Welcome to our video on how websites work. We'll run you down the basics without any need to get too technical on web servers and domain names, what they do for you, and also how to find out what you need to get started. Let's say, for example, you decide to open a bakery in the real world. First, you'd have to rent a space to house it, right? A website is no different, only you're not renting a space on the high street, you're renting a space on a server. There are loads of different services out there that can take care of this automatically, but here's a quick overview of what goes on behind the scenes. Now, bear with us, here comes a little bit of technical information. A server is a computer connected to the internet with software that allows it to store or host pieces of your website, the code, the images, the video clips, and pretty much anything else that actually makes up your website. It's called a server because it serves up the right content when requested. That is, when someone actually wants to view a page on your website. Now, there are many companies and services that will rent you space on a server and host your website. It's just like a bricks and mortar shop. You pay an ongoing hosting fee, which is a bit like paying rent, leaving them to take care of the technical aspects of running a server so that you don't have to. Every single server in the world has its own address. This is called an IP address, which is short for Internet Protocol. All you need to know is that it's a long string of numbers that means any device connected to the internet can talk to the server and find it. Luckily, you don't need to understand what they're saying to each other. All you need to do is choose a nicer name to reference that numeric IP address. Which brings us nicely to the second part of this video, the web address, or the domain name. Now, your domain name is how potential customers will find you, the same way people would find your real-world bakery, by the sign above the door. It's a thing that you type into the browser window to get any website, like www.google.co.uk or www.yourbusinessnamegoeshere.com. Let's take a minute to break it down. Everything after the www is actually what's known as the domain name. It's the part that actually lets people find your website, so it's pretty important. Any device that searches for this address, a tablet, a smartphone, or even a laptop, is communicating with the server. The server then sends that device all the correct pieces it needs to display the website, like images and code, so that whoever is on the other end of the device can actually view the pages. When someone types that web address into their browser, here's basically what happens. First, the browser figures out which server holds the content and then heads over to that server. The browser then says, hey, would you mind giving me all the elements that are needed to show this person this web page? The server then replies, sure, I'm sending along 5 images, 2 scripts, and a few additional files. The browser puts all of the pieces together so the person nicely sees your formatted web page. And that's pretty much it, except they'd be talking in really confusing bits and bytes and not English. So that really wouldn't make sense to us, right? To sum up, deciding to build a website for your business starts with understanding how it all works together. A server hosts your site, and a domain name helps people find it.